Hello guys, good day to all, and it's another evening. This is Mike Padua, and we're back to our latest update on Tropical Depression Mirasol, which became briefly a tropical storm before making landfall over Casiguran, Aurora early this morning, and it's now moving across Ilocos Norte as of this time. And this is the latest update for today, Wednesday, September 17, 2025, English version, brought to you by Typhoon 2000 and Naga College Foundation. Before we begin, we'd like to thank our partners, Aboitiz Power, Bank of the Philippine Island Sustainability. If you're interested, just click on the link here. And if you're watching via Facebook, just go on the description below our video for more updates on the website of BPI. And also the local government of Naga City, headed by our Honorable Mayor Lene Robredo and our Honorable Vice Mayor Gabi Bordado. So let's begin with our update. It looks like we have a very busy night last night. The storm, which moved across the north of Bicol region, generated intense, severe thunderstorm over Naga City and nearby areas of Camarines Sur, which flooded once again after the previous day of floods, Monday, and then Tuesday night. Here we go again. So this is the first time in my entire life that I've experienced this kind of situation. The first rain, that was Monday, September 15, generated 131 millimeters of rainfall, the highest. And then last night, it again generated 125 millimeters of rainfall. That's why there are flooded areas in Naga City up to a knee deep. Okay, so right now it's already receding, or has receded. Okay, and it's really sad to see these things happening because of the climate change and warming of the planet. That's why the intensity of these localized thunderstorms are becoming more scary when it comes to the cloud burst that it generates. Okay, so again, we are going to be aware of that situation because most of the computer models doesn't forecast that rain that happened last night. That's why there's no 100% when it comes to forecasting. And let's go back to Mirasol. So Mirasol right now is currently here. This is our last update. Storm track number 1, since it's a very fast moving system we just created when it made landfall here as a tropical storm, and then it weakened into a tropical depression as it moves across Ilocos Norte. So right now it's there, and then later this evening it will move out into the West Philippine Sea, and tomorrow afternoon it will exit the Philippine Area of Responsibility on its way towards Guangdong province in China, where it could reach tropical storm status once again before making landfall over Hong Kong this weekend. Okay, so if we take a look at the satellite loop from easterlywave.com, this is the infrared shot. You can see that most of the convection of the low-level center has dissipated because of land interaction, and it has transferred into the outer periphery of this system. It's over the West Philippine Sea and the East Philippine Sea. That's why you can see some very intense thunderstorms still lingering along the side of this low-level center. So later, once it exits the West Philippine Sea, it will again re-intensify into a tropical storm. But it's now moving away from Luzon as we speak. And let's take a look at the latest zoom-in satellite animation from windy.com. There you go. The disappearance of the convection because of land interaction. But once the system moves over the West Philippine Sea, right here, it will again regain cloudiness. And we are witnessing some intense thunderstorms occurring over the southern Tagalog provinces, Calabarzon, Metro Manila, parts of it. And here over Naga and the rest of the Bicol region, we are we are seeing some diminished thunderstorm activity, except for this one here along the coastal waters of Partido district. There's a single thunderstorm that is bringing some rainfall there. Okay, so we must be thankful that this intense rainfall is now over. Okay, and we are going to show to you what happened last night. So here's the circulation of Mirasol, and if you play this, let me 6:53. Okay, around 7:30, there's that cloud that formed over Pasacao, and then it moved east northeast, and between 8 to 10 o'clock, it enveloped the whole of Naga City and parts of Metro Naga. That's why we experienced some high amounts of rainfall of up to 125 millimeters in span of 3 hours. That's why there are lots of areas, low-lying areas in Naga City that have been flooded overnight. And then around 11 o'clock, it diminished. And then you can see here, up north, the approach of the tropical depression Mirasol over the area of Casiguran. I'm gonna show to you the past 24 hours where the storm made landfall. This is the satellite loop, and we're going to move this into around let me see, this is around 2 a.m. I'm gonna show to you what happened during the landfall. Let me move it here, 24 hours. And there you go. And then we are going to overlay the radar of Bagasa. There you go. We have to wait. It's downloading from Windy. It's a very nice app and website. So fast. So you can observe these clouds. So we're gonna move this around and around 3 a.m. you can see here, around 3 a.m. the eye, it's not actually an eye, it's a banding eye. It's not yet fully developed. So it made landfall here in the vicinity of Casiguran around 3 a.m. and then after that, the radar signature has disappeared because the coverage is only within the vicinity of Baler. So we have two active radars, the one at in Daet and the one over Casiguran. Now let's move here to the latest rainfall observation last night between 8 to 11 p.m. September 16, and you can see here the amounts of rainfall. 125 at Liboton, Naga City, Naga White City Hall 109.5, Mabulo 83.8, Ramaida Village 58.8. This Ramaida Village station has received 131 millimeters of rainfall the other day. That was Monday. So this is the first time in my own experience that we have back-to-back heavy rainfall of more than 100 millimeters. So first time it happened. So let's hope that it won't happen again. But because of climate change, the heating of our planet, we expect this kind of situation to recur. So we must be aware of this situation. And you can see here 71.4 millimeters between 9 to 10 p.m. That's so high. Okay, it will easily flood low-lying areas of our city. Okay, and also here 61 millimeters. That's too much. So just imagine if it's a tropical cyclone or low pressure system. It is just a severe thunderstorm on the fringe circulation of Mirasol. Okay, and around 11 p.m. it died down, and the rest is history. So this is another recorded data from our weather stations here in Naga. Okay, and here's the latest GraphSat that we created this afternoon. And since we are observing Mirasol, there's another one here which is a large one based on the computer models, and we should be prepared. We should be prepared on the approach of this 90W. This will become NANDO once it enters the Philippine area of responsibility, as Pag-asa already upgraded it into tropical depression. Japan also, and the Joint Typhoon Warning Center at medium chance. So most likely tomorrow it could become a tropical depression by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. And based on the forecast for the past few days, it doesn't change. It will forecast. It is expected to pass over Batanes sometime September 23 or 24. So those that forecast is still the same since 3 days ago. So folks up there in extreme northern Luzon, Batanes, please take all necessary precautions for the approach of this potential typhoon, because it looks like it could become a category 2, 3, or even 4. And the problem of this system, it will enhance the southwest monsoon over Mimaropa, western Luzon, including Metro Manila, and western Visayas, including Sulu Archipelago. So let's all prepare for the approach of this system that is set to affect us next week between September 22 to 25. Okay, so we have here the ongoing southwest monsoon, just a mild one affecting Mimaropa and western Visayas. Here our Bicol region has receded, but we are still expecting thunderstorms for the next few days during the afternoon or evening. So during the morning we could experience some sunshine, in the afternoon or evening some rains or thunderstorms. Here's the track of the Japan Meteorological Agency, and it shows here that the system is forecast to move towards this part of Batanes. And for the easterly wave European model ensemble, it looks like it's really a colorful track of this ensemble, meaning look at the millibars of this system. It might become a super typhoon. We will not rule out that situation or that potential intensification, because the oceanic heat content here is so warm that could feed fuel for this storm to rapidly intensify. Since we are now on the Burr months, usually during Burr months, the sea surface temperature is so warm, okay, that could fuel more rapidly intensifying systems. And here's the latest from Google DeepMind forecast track. Okay, here's the current storm. This is 23W, or tropical depression Mirasol. And here's the new one based on the European model. If we forward this, you can see the blue one. That's the Google Mind, and it's really forecasting it to pass over Batanes. And then there's another one here, but it's not a threat to our country. And there's another one here, a low pressure system, sometime September 25 onwards, but still scattered enough, not yet concentrated. Once it becomes concentrated, that will be a problem, because it could develop, but still scattered. So we will wait and see. And if we take a look at the latest wind forecast from ECMWF, there you go. This is the storm right now. I mean the depression, Mirasol, which is becoming disorganized. And here's the new one. If we move this tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday until Sunday, and Monday, September 22, that's the 5-day forecast, up to 50% probability. It shows here that the track is still moving towards Batanes Group of Islands. So we expect a stormy weather to occur sometime September 23, Tuesday, or September 24. Although September 24 is already left the Philippine area responsibility, moving towards Hong Kong area. So September 23, Tuesday, is the possible passage of this system over Batanes. So those watching our video up there in Batanes, please take all necessary precautions. Remember the date, September 23. There might be a fast-moving typhoon passing over your province. Okay, and look at the southwest monsoon. It might be enhanced and bring some gusty winds of up to 50-60 kph, and on and off rainfall over the western sections of the country. And Bicol will also have some passing showers and thunderstorms, so please take all necessary precautions against cloudbursts generated by these thunderstorms that could easily flood your location. Okay, so we will stop there since the forecast of more than 5 days is highly uncertain. Even the American model is showing so many storms forming here, but it's not yet high in probability. So we are going to focus on the European model, because after this we don't see any any development so far. But there's a low pressure system moving over Bicol September 28, 29. And so far, everything is going into quiet times again. These first 2 weeks of October, let's hope and pray that will be the way. Okay, and here's the rain forecast for the next 5 days until September 22, Monday. We're going to show you for those people who will attend the military parade, civic parade here in Naga, for the Peña Festival, and also the fluvial procession of Our Lady of Peña, our mahal na ina. So let's begin on Thursday. Thursday morning, we expect some sunny skies, good weather, but in the afternoon or evening, there might be some thunderstorms or rain showers. Again, please bring your umbrellas and rain gear, or what we call as raincoats. And then on Friday morning, again, slightly good weather. And in the afternoon or evening, during the military parade, expect again thunderstorms, but it's focused over Partido and Cam Norte. But we will give you the very latest again tomorrow. I hope the weather will cooperate. And during the time of the fluvial procession, we expect again good weather in the morning, but in the afternoon, there might be some medium chance of thunderstorms. As you can see, the color of the thunderstorm is not red. So there might be a chance of a thunderstorm, but it may be a mist, okay, over Naga. Sometimes these thunderstorms passes along the periphery of Naga, not exactly over Naga. So it may be a mist. So let's hope and pray it will be that way. And then here comes the monstrous tropical cyclone, to be known as NANDO. I'm gonna show you now the 24-hour rainfall accumulation, the color coding. The violet is the more than 100 millimeters, the red is 50 to 100 millimeters, the orange is 30 to 50 millimeters. So let's move this on Thursday. The heavy rainfall of Mirasol is moving away from Luzon, and here comes the heavy rainfall of soon to be NANDO. So Thursday is still good. Friday, no problem, except for thunderstorms in the afternoon and evening. Saturday, you can see the large rain bands of this tropical storm or typhoon. And then on Sunday, it will accelerate towards Batanes. Now Monday, it's now moving towards Batanes and extreme northern Luzon. Here comes the southwest monsoon, bringing on and off rainfall over Mimaropa and western Visayas. But look out on September 23, because these areas of western Luzon might be having some rainfall of 50 to 100 millimeters, while over extreme northern Luzon, especially Batanes, it could reach more than 100 millimeters. It says here that the rainfall might reach up to 200 or 300, 400 millimeters, 24-hour rainfall. And then here comes the 50 to 100 millimeters because of the southwest monsoon. And on the 24th, more than 100 millimeters over Occidental Mindoro, because the storm is over south of Hong Kong, which is on the line of sight to pull the southwest monsoon towards Metro Manila area. That's why Metro Manila might be having some heavy rainfall between September 24 to 25. Okay, so it's still not changing since yesterday. So September 25, we could see rainfall of 50 to more than 100 millimeters over Central Luzon, including Metro Manila, Mindoro. So please take all necessary precautions. Although the probability is more than 5 days, but it doesn't change since yesterday. So let's hope and pray it will change in the coming days. But let's be prepared for the arrival of this. We can call it the last hurrah of the southwest monsoon for this 2025. Okay. So on September 26 and 27, the rainfall of the monsoon will depart western Luzon out into the West Philippine Sea. Okay, and before we leave you, here's the latest from the wave forecast. So far, for the next 5 days, the Philippine Sea will be moderate to rough, becoming more dangerous here over the North Philippine Sea, up to 5 to 6 meters because of the arrival of a strong typhoon to be known as NANDO come September 22, 23, and 24. And the southwest monsoon here will generate wave heights of up to 1.5 meters, light to moderate, while the inland waters will also have wave heights of up to 1 meter, and it will be dangerous to small sea crafts. So please take all necessary precautions during the approach of this medium to large sized tropical cyclone based on the model output. So we will wait and see to see the actual size of this system. But again, folks up there in extreme northern Luzon, Ilocos provinces, northern Cagayan, Batanes, please take all necessary precautions for the arrival of this slightly large tropical cyclone to be known as NANDO within the next 5 days. We'll see you again tomorrow. This is Mike Padua. Stay safe always. Be #weather wiser. And thank you so much for watching our channel. God bless to all.